We see this situation on a regular basis where a coach will be fired the day after a season ends. A new coach will be hired, let's say, in the next 48 hours. And there will be with this early signing period that has been established here in the last 3 to 4 years, there is a mad dash by that new coach. Maybe it's Brian Harsin coming all the way from Boise State, where he has no contact with anybody in the SEC, has never coached in the SEC. They don't know who he is. He's got to come in and scramble and try to make contacts and try to retain a class and sell kids on, hey, I know I'm a new guy and you don't know a whole lot about me, but this is what I'm trying to build here. And he's trying to assemble a class and trying to keep it together. I would think that even though that's still going to be some work for Mario and his staff, he's got a huge advantage being a Miami guy coming home. And like you say, more so and more often than not, just hopping in a car to retain a class than most situations like this.
And Mark, even further, you think about who's going to be able to rebuild the relationships locally. Mark, we've gone this entire recruiting class. We don't have one person committed to the University of Miami from the state of Florida. Not just the Tri-County state of Miami, of Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade down to the Keys. No one. Guess what, Mark? These high school coaches, Wesley Bassant just committed yesterday, so there's that. We do have someone now, but for the longest we did not. Okay, I do stand corrected. Thank you, Fin Fan. Thank you. I appreciate that. I did think about that. He was not committed here. Okay, we didn't have anybody. So what do we have to do in order to rebuild that relationship? You have to be able to do that. And Mario has had plenty of relationships dating back to his time here in Miami, dating back to his time at Alabama, to his time at Oregon, where he comes down and still is the best guard out of Dade County. Last name Dennis played guard and center at South Dade to come be his future center at Oregon in class of 2020. So it's a good thing, man. It's a good thing, and he's going to get to work. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not already on the phone working in recruiting. I don't know how, if he's technically allowed to until he puts pen to paper, all that kind of stuff. But he's definitely having people work. Wow, the donations coming out the wazoo.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody being here because we just scheduled this thanks to the Wholesome One. We had talked a couple of times over the weekend and contacted each other knowing that this was imminent, but not knowing exactly when and what would be the right timing to do it in its proper way. And obviously the announcements all came down. So thank you for having. So a lesson to everybody else that's jumping on late. Hit that bell for the notifications to know when we go live. Once you've subscribed, do the same thing at the Wholesome One's channel, Wholesome One Holloway, right here on YouTube. I'm sure just about everybody that I'm talking to knows the Wholesome One. But if you do not, or you're not subscribed, you do the same thing there that you do here. Head on over there, subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications so you know when he's going live, when he's dropping new content, because that gave everybody the jump. So we are pushing 600 here live. So we appreciate that. So let's hit the super chat contributions here. We appreciate everybody being here. Mr. HD, Mark and Wholesome One, I want you all to put the word out there that we back up. We back up.
Okay, appreciate.
Guess that means we're back.
I don't.
That's how I'm reading. That's how I'm reading that one, Wholesome One. I caught it the same way that you did, but I'm reading it that we're back.
All right, we're back. Again, respectfully, man, Mr. HD, I appreciate it. I appreciate the energy. I'm with you. Again, the U is not back until the we're putting W's consistently on the board, and building a program. But this is a nice step in the right direction, and we're happy about it. I will say, I wouldn't say we're back just yet, man. We felt the same way in 2017, and see how that went. So we got to keep it going. Chug Mo Beer, appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for that. Mark in H1H, great day to be a Miami Hurricane. The U has a bright future. Finally smash. The U has a bright future. Finally smash the like button. Canes for life. Good to see you, Chuck Mobier. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, man.
Let me make sure we don't miss any here. Get to the next one coming up here. We've got Joshua. Good to see you, Joshua. Thank you so much for your contribution. Watch recruiting. Earl Little and Shamar bring in T2.
Yes. It's recruiting is turning into a whole different monster. So many things popping up and about people and putting the eye emojis and being excited and say interesting and things like that. You see some of these big 4 and 5 stars, especially on the offensive line. They are loving it. And Earl Little Jr., his father, Earl Little Sr., played at Miami, also went, Cleveland Brown, been very outspoken about Manny Diaz and the lack thereof of Manny Diaz's recruitment of his son and more of a feeling of just, oh, you're from Miami, your dad went here, you should just come here kind of approach, as opposed to recruiting him just as hard as he recruits any other young man. Okay. And, that's no bueno. There's no need to do those kind of things. You recruit, there is no sense of entitlement. We recruit just as hard. I don't care if you were born at U Health. Okay. You need to be recruited just as hard, especially talking about a 5-star defensive back like Earl Little. So I'll tell you this much. I think he'll be in conversation. The person that recruited him the hardest in the entire approach has been Mario Cristobal. So there's a relationship already built there, just like Shamar Stewart. There's a relationship already built there. Just like Terrence Lewis, T2, who's on there. There was a relationship built from last recruiting class, but he picked Maryland. So there's a lot of relationships on all those 3 young men's names that was built through Mario Cristobal and his recruitment of them, whether it was this year or last year. And I expect Miami to be in conversation with. We do have National Signing Day, which is next Wednesday. So you do have a little bit of time. Now, once he comes and puts pen to paper, also once the athletic director comes and puts pen to paper, which is expected to happen this afternoon within the next 2 to 6 hours, something like that, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Everybody will have pen to paper and everybody can go out and legally recruit and things of that nature. So I expect stuff to kind of take off there.
Miami Hurricanes Live here every Tuesday with the Wholesome One at 1:15 Eastern Time. So lock that in. But we've got a special edition right here, and we appreciate the Wholesome One jumping on.
We'll be on tomorrow too, Mark. We on tomorrow too. Let's do
Absolutely.
it. Let's do it.
If you're here, I'll be here.
Let's do it.
We got our guy Ronan here. Ronan, good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's been a while, but great to see you. Thank you so much for the contribution. Ronan says, thank you to Manny Diaz for all his efforts and, more importantly, the conduct through all of this. A great man, just not a great head coach. We got the man, myself, and Wholesome One wanted. Go Canes.
Yeah, we definitely have talked about it. Huge, man. We talked about it for a while, for years on this platform. Any platform I got on, I have been very vocal about this. Again, we're going to be positive. We're going to be happy about it. There's stuff there's about getting to work and being able to build things and being able to get and build a program. But, what the funny part is, the haters, the haters, man. For a long time, you got people come on and say, why are you discussing a job that isn't open? And talking about how Mario Cristobal is unrealistic. Why would he leave Oregon? Think about the money. You can't get in a bidding war with Nike and the facilities, and they're a way better program, and it's a better job, and blah, 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 blah. Just signed officially 7 minutes ago. Mario Cristobal, according to Manny Navarro, my hero, signed a 10-year, $8 million per deal to the University of Miami. So it is official. Mario Cristobal, pen to paper for the University of Miami.
There you have it. There you have it. Alex Perez, thank you so much for the super chat contribution. Appreciate that so much. I was born in 03, been a Canes fan my whole life. I hope with this hire, I get to see dominance for the first time ever. Wholesome for D-line coach.
If I got a call, I would have to seriously consider. I do work for my alma mater, so I would have to be very careful in that approach. It would be a true blessing, and I would have to pack my bags and go. So if it happened, I would be right there. And Mark, you'll have someone on the inside you could always text.